All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? We are here for our glorious motherland. That is the Memorial Day weekend for Charlotte. Let me pull up some stuff over here. Let me get this tweet out. And then we can chit chat the Coke 600 tonight. Sure, we'll tweet that out. Let me get this up. Let me move something over here. I'll let you guys hop in and everything. Also, very much selfishly, tomorrow's my birthday. If you wanna send some money on the PayPal as a thank you for if I've ever helped you at all, feel free to do that. I prefer PayPal just so I can use it on my trips this week or really this month in general, so I don't have to wait for Google AdSense to pay out. Let me move this here. Actually, move the grid driver and dollar signs, and then we can just since we don't have qualifying. How many do I need here? 1, 2, 3. Since we don't have qualifying, we will be looking at the exact same thing we were looking at on the preview video. We need a third one. Cool. Move this here. Move this here. Move this here. And here we are. Okay, cool. Let me move this on the screen. And let's see. Did everything update? Let's see how much. Yeah, that F1 was fucking brutal with Yuki just dying with 6 to go. That's unfortunate. That really sucks. It sucked for a lot of people. Everybody who had the optimal lineup for nearly the entire race lost it with Yuki dying and his teammate passing him. So let's go ahead and move this over. Right? Let me make sure. That's there. Okay, cool. All right, here we are. If you remember all this is from the preview video and stuff, answering one of the comments, and so clearly this is the grid for this weekend's race. Answering the comment that Milton typed here. This is the stuff I always look at. I just don't show it on the screen, just because I say the same thing each thing. I'm glad that it helped you out. Also, another situation, because I've been doing this for like 4 years now, 5-ish, however long it's been. I turn 25 tomorrow, so it's been at least 5 years. I'm not bored doing it, but I gotta change things up in some videos here and there, just so I'm not doing the same thing. And that's kind of why they've gotten shorter and stuff. I found that a lot of people just don't like the super in-depth discussion of back markers and stuff. I'll just tell them hey, this guy's doing this guy's around this car, and then that's it. And so on and so forth. And so since we don't have qualifying, okay, we didn't have practice yesterday, so the race today, I would just look at these 3 races here, and we can do the same thing that we kind of went over in the video. Which also another thing is Milton, I like doing that video. That was cool. Nobody watched it. It's performing worse than normal at this time. So okay, cool, man. Nobody's watching that stuff. Let's see. And it's not even giving my stuff out for free. This isn't free. Anybody can pull this stuff. This is just a combination of driver rating, running positions based on top 5, top 10, top 15, fast laps, and I added pit. What is it? What's it called? Pit stop time. That's all I've just combined them for this, and that basically just shows it. And it really does just kind of follow driver rating. You'll see a pretty close resemblance between those, but that's really all I'm pulling with and stuff. And clearly, Jimmy Johnson isn't here, so he's at the very bottom. Let's see here. What's going on? Clutch, happy to have you here. Trey, don't ask me. Price Picks at all. Like I am guaranteed to lose you money there. I'm not gonna answer that just because I would totally fucking smash the over. But I think I've done that every time I see one that I'm like, I'm gonna smash this, and I just absolutely lose money. So I wouldn't even do that, despite the fact I have him projected for 4 more fast laps than that. Real quick, Big Grip. Turbo Lover is not a terrible song. I don't know what you're smoking there. Look, now if you start bringing up Judas Priest songs from like Nostradamus, like that album was fucking garbage. Okay, so like if you want to start trash talking Judas Priest, I mean, feel free to talk shit about that. But Turbo Lover is a fucking banging song. Secondly, real fast, because I have Sirius XM, but the Eagle here in Houston is probably my pet peeve of like classic rock stations, because it's just ballads. It's like slow songs. Sorry. I mean, really, this is the stuff, and we'll kind of go through this and have fun and color coordinate guys and stuff like that. Anyway, I personally really hate radio stations that are like, we play hard rock in the promos. It's like you grew up on Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, just other things like that. And then like the Motley Crue songs they play, what did they play yesterday? Because I was driving around. I don't remember. They played like a super slow song from Motley Crue. I can't even remember. They're like, I can't even. Oh, okay. Here's like another kicker real fast, because I can't remember the song they played. They're doing like their like top 500 classic rock songs. Okay, driving back yesterday, I was listening to the 320s. All right, they had Kiss shouted out loud at 322, which I understand. Maybe not. I can see that. You know what they had at 321? Judas Priest, You Got Another Thing Coming, as the 300th and 21st greatest classic rock song. You guys are autistic, man. Like, what is going on here? So I assume, Big, that you're one of those guys who likes the classic rock stations who just play like super slow ballads, like Gypsy Queen. Like, is that your hard and heavy classic rock? Come on now. All right, let's see. Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you, Clutch. Let's see, Alex. Yeah, I mean, Indy 500. Look, the only thing I want is somebody to hit the fucking pylon. That's all I want, which maybe we can get today. Maybe we can get some good airborne crashes. We got an overcast. Okay, so the track is going to be super fast. Hopefully we can get some guys upside down. Be pretty cool if we had a fatality. Just saying. I think that start checking a lot of drivers in line. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the ARCA race at Charlotte. Mozak was just run all over people left and right. I guarantee you these young kids would not be run over people if people still died. Okay, so let's have somebody hit the scoring pylon and in the Indy 500. That's the only thing I ever want in the Indy 500. What's going on, Dave? So that's another thing. I have not made my lines yet. I mean, I've ran. Oh, this is F1. I've ran lines. I haven't put any in yet. But my exposure very much mirrors this. I mean, like very similar to the. Here, we'll start with William Byron. Do I really want to color coordinate the same guys and stuff? I mean, we can kind of go over the same thing, but like your main contender, my highest owned driver will probably be William Byron. Okay. We see that this is where Byron is at. I'm going to just, same thing. I'm just going to highlight the guys that I'm focusing on purple. Larson will have plenty of time to get up there. I'm not concerned about him being in traffic. He showed at Dover. Like, that is not a concern for Hendrick and stuff at all. Let's see. And Martin Truex Jr. is just mispriced. Okay? These are my guys that I'm focusing on. Everything else is kind of irrelevant, to be honest with you, because I want to play these three guys in a lot of lines, and then the rest is just filling things out with, Michael McDowell, Zane Smiths, finding value drivers that I want to use. Starting back, I love Zane Smith and Michael McDowell. I think it's hard to get off of them. I don't know how high owned they are, but I think they're gonna be just fantastic plays in like every single way you can look at them. Our main concern entering the week was if Zane Smith and McDowell qualify, 21st to 25th, but they didn't do that, So I don't know who's a high-owned driver that I would fade because I think, Jimmy Johnson. I'm not going to play Jimmy Johnson today. I think, is Jimmy going to be popular? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not playing Jimmy Johnson. I'm not playing Bowman. Is he going to be popular? I don't know. But I'm not playing Jimmy Johnson. I'm not playing Alex Bowman. If that answers that question. But these are the three main guys that I would want to focus on and stuff. Let's see what else we got here. No, dude, I hate that's okay because I've seen Guns N' Roses and stuff. 75% of their catalog is garbage. That's just how it is, man. I hate slow songs. Like Queen's Right, they got like maybe 8 good songs. And that's including like OG first album, like Queen of the Right, stuff like that. Like, I hate ballads. I fucking hate slow songs. And then even like, there's so many like Guns N' Roses songs that are honestly dog shit. Like, what is it called? Here, what is it called? I just went blank. Oh yeah, like Used to Love Her, horrible song. Like, who just jams to that? There's no umph there at all. Like, Used to Love Her, fucking horrible song. Horrible, overrated. That song's a piece of shit. Like, here, I guess we'll get through this stuff, and then we'll talk music, because I'm in a music talking mood like that. Let's see. Let me keep going down. Let's see. Are Busch and Gibbs running both races? Is there any adverse effect? I mean, no, certainly not. I mean, if they run tomorrow, I think you could make an argument that it might help them more. At the moment, a lot of people are believing that we're going to start this race tonight. And frankly, I don't really care. Like, if it starts, whatever. Like, there's a lot of unknowns in this race, just with no practice and stuff. Like, we can look at this data set here. Like, this is where people should be. These are, your 3 guys that you should be targeting. But, like Chase Elliott might come out and show astronomically good speed. Kyle Busch could show up and show astronomically good speed. Denny Hamlin has a real chance of being up there and running. Now, he said the same thing last year, but like Hamlin could. I would not be shocked to see somebody like Hamlin go out, have a great early run car. They make the right adjustments and nobody could pass him. Like, it could very easily be a race like that. So the fact that I'm not too concerned about guys running both races. Excuse me. Let's see. Wasted Years. I can only think of the Iron Maiden song. I don't know if you're referring to another one. I can't think of any other Wasted Years song that I'm thinking of. Let me see. What else? Sorry, I'm going between 2 tabs. I need to stay on one chat. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, Dave. The last time I looked, you was like the most highest owned driver. Then I started going further down the chat. Well, lap of Brad K. Superstar Stale. Yeah, like, dude, it's so stupid. The optimizers want me to get to quite a lot of Brad Keselowski today, and I don't mind it. I got him. I got Keselowski projected for 42 points today. I think Keselowski can maintain his running position, as we've seen. Like, we'll highlight these guys kind of differently because these are the main. I mean, like Hamlin too. I mean, everybody saw the early video and stuff. We kind of know where we're at with these guys. But like when you really do get to Keselowski, I talked about him entering this week. I talked about him where he's been running. Like, okay, realistically, what does Keselowski have to do to score over 40 points today? Because that's what he needs to pay off that price tag. Well, he needs to keep a running position inside the top 10. Okay, like bare minimum. Like if he can't do that, we can't even hope that he can get fast laps. We can't hope that he, somehow luckily gets the lead or whatever. Like he has to maintain a running position inside the top 10, if not even higher. Now he's done that in both these races. Okay, Dover was the first evidence of this. We saw that he was able to do that. We saw that he was able to run fast, specifically in a race that went green. A lot of people got lapped. Like Keselowski looked good at Dover. Kansas, as we've kind of seen, we're seeing that typically somebody's going to have, a bad race here and there. And Kansas, just for a lot of drivers, got messy, stuff like that. But still, that's a little concerning. We can maybe look at him starting farther in the back, not having the track position that he had at Dover and at Darlington. But I always trust Dover more at Charlotte. I'm perfectly fine seeing Keselowski here, and I like Keselowski. I'm going to have Keselowski today, and just hopefully he can stay up there. This race, like last year, I was baffled. Like when I was listening to, that's why I've just kind of stopped listening to other people, and maybe that's why I don't mute me or block me on Twitter. Like I was listening to Larkin on Fantasy Racing, whatever that live show is that they do. First off, no DFS data even in there, like the fucking waste of time. Secondly, he's like, man, this was a good race last year. Showed us how good this next gen car is going to be on these intermediate tracks. I don't know, he doesn't talk like that, but I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? There's dirty air. Nobody can pass. And also, we wrecked like every 7 laps last year. Which I'm convinced, as I've said ad nauseum, people like races that have a lot of restarts and that have a lot of crashes. I just happen to be honest about it, okay? But in terms of, man, that's a good race, like, what are you guys talking about, man? Anyway. I don't even remember the tangent I was going to go on there. That's what I was going to say. This race should go green, okay? Last year was such an anomaly. Like, we had huge wrecks. We had several green-white checkers. We had several wrecks in each stage. We should stay green. There's no reason to have wrecks, okay? Specifically at this point, we didn't have wrecks at Dover. Darlington got stupid at the end of the race. We practically went green at Kansas until certain instances. Like, we should not have a lot of yellows. And there should be a good portion of this field that goes a lap down. Like, we should only have 14 to 12 cars on the lead lap in this race. Certainly, like, entering stage 3, if not sooner, there should be less than 15 cars on the lead lap if this race goes green. Because these drivers in purple are far faster than the field, and that's not even including people like Ross Chastain and other drivers like that. Let's see. Thank you, Doug. So did you guys just like the visual aspect of it? Because that's the same thing I'm always looking at in general. I just usually put it into words. I don't just put it on the screen. I can keep doing that and stuff. It's just more work for me because then I got to make it look pretty on the screen and everything like that. I just did it because I just want to do something different. Let's see. What do I think about Gibbs? Starting 19th. Look, 9th best car at Dover. 13th best car at Kansas. 18th best car at, or 19th best car at Darlington. So another thing here is, which is what I think people should be doing. Like, if projections aren't somewhat similar to where the 3 of these are, those projections are kind of odd. Like for Ty Gibbs, I don't remember what I have him right now because I did the projections earlier and stuff, or yesterday. But seeing where Gibbs ran, seeing where Gibbs is at, I was like, okay, cool, man. I'm gonna project Gibbs to finish 10th today, 10th, 11th, somewhere around there. What is that equivalent to? or let me just see what I actually have Gibbs projected for. I'm going to assume I have him somewhere between 10th and 12th. But let's see here. I have Gibbs projected for 12th. So that's a 4.6 value. That's 38 points. So, like, realistic projections should probably be anywhere from like 36 to 43, 42 points for Gibbs, which is like right on the cusp of his $8,100 and stuff. I would prefer Keselowski, to be honest. Let's see. Live for Xfinity. I can be. A lot of the contests are already locked, but I can certainly be live. I'm perfectly fine for that. Yeah, like Lynyrd Skynyrd. A lot of Lynyrd Skynyrd songs are fucking garbage. Okay? When you put them in the context of like classic rock, okay? And maybe that's just because I'm weird. Like CCR, love CCR. Hate the fact that they're considered classic rock because that's just hard country, okay? I got nothing wrong with country music, all right? I went to go see Zach Bryan in New Orleans last week, okay? I got no issue with country, but let's not, like, when they're like, yeah, let's jam out to classic rock, and then you play Run Through the Jungle. Like, come on, man. Oh, man. Like Home Sweet... Home Sweet Home. I don't know why I'd read that as Sweet Home Alabama. Home Sweet Home, drawing a blank, can't figure it out. So sorry, PMG. Let's see where we at. Drawing a blank on that song at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, Bowman projected second highest owned. Why? What are people looking at? Even if you hate me, if you hate my guts, if you think my projections are dog shit, whatever the case being, like, what data point are other sites, are other people looking at? Like, that's why another thing is, like, not having them ranked as, like, 1, 2, 3, but, like, look at where all these people are, okay? And then look at kind of where, like, Chase Elliott has struggled since his return, okay? We haven't seen him lead a ton of laps. I'm not going to, like, highlight him completely. But Chase Elliott hasn't been... You know, like this for a Chase Elliott price is bad. Like, this is a reason why you don't play Chase Elliott. When you look at how Bowman was already doing before, not very fast this year. When you look at where Barry was running, which I think Barry has more talent than Alex, sure, less experience in his cars, but like Josh Berry wasn't blowing the field off anything. You know, I just don't understand why people want to play place differential. I don't know why you would like target place differential plays like that. Like Johnson, I assume people are going to want to play Johnson because he's in the 6K range. People don't want to play people like Eric Almirola. People don't want to play Haley at this point. Although I think Johnson's probably arguing more with 7K drivers. So like Suarez over Jimmy Johnson, okay, that's a fair point. I think they're pretty even. People are not going to play Buescher. We're not playing Briscoe. We're not playing Preece. So like default, like why are people going to play place differential? It makes no sense at all. Let's see. All about the cash, not the music. Okay, well then at that point, Kiss is the fucking best band in the world. Which, you know, like they're the second best in the world. But if you start bringing cash in the point, man, Kiss is at the fucking top of everybody. I'm not going to play FanDuel today. I don't think it's going to be a Wreckfest clutch. Do I like Gibbs for tournaments? No. Yeah. Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden's pretty. They're too slow for me. You know. They have a lot of slowish songs that aren't that like good. Like sure, all the generic ones like Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, perfectly fine. You know, better in concert, like when they bring Eddie out and stuff. But like, I don't know. It's very similar. I had this discussion with a couple people a while back. I was working with a guy when I was building cars and stuff, and we talked about bands, and I was like, "What's your favorite band?" And he's like, "My favorite band is AC/DC." Which, first off, that I felt weird. I was like, that's kind of odd, dude. Like, yeah, sure, everybody likes AC/DC. Everybody likes Metallica, but I've never ran into anybody who's like, Metallica is my favorite fucking band in the world, dude. Like, they're the greatest band in the world. They're a good band. You can listen to, like, nearly any song by them. Am I going to get a Metallica tattoo? No. Like AC/DC, same thing. Good all-around catalog. I like them because they all sound the same. But I was like, man, that's his favorite band. But then I was like, well, if you grew up with that, that's what you have. I don't know. But, like, same thing with, like, Iron Maiden. Like, if somebody came up to me like, dude, Iron Maiden's my favorite band in the world. I was like, I don't know, man, not for me. Who do I like in 7K range? I'm not getting there. So, why? Why do you need to be in the 7K range today? That's the real question, okay? What are you building? What lineup leads to being in the 7K range, okay? Because regardless if it's whoever up here, okay, arguments can very easily be made for Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Chastain, Truex, okay? That's 5 drivers. We can't fit those in a lineup. But more than likely, one of those 5 wins the race. Most likely, one of those 5 will be leading at some point in the race, okay? It's very likely 2 of those drivers will be leading in this race. It's very likely that 3 of those drivers will lead at some point in this race because that is what has happened in every race. On your screen here, we have had 3 of the 5 highest owned drivers, if not more, lead laps in these races, okay? So, if that happens in a 400-lap race, and most of these races have been 267 laps and so on and so forth, there's a good chance that we have probably 2, if not 3, of the 5 highest priced drivers lead anywhere from 40 to 70 laps, just on a baseline, okay? You're going to need that. You absolutely need those laps led, in fact. And that's just laps led. That's not including fast laps, which they're all scraping off regardless of where they're running, okay? So, tag that on with, let's just say, for example, here, like, give a baseline of, what is this? Let's do 50 laps led and 30 fast laps for everybody everybody who's the top 5 most expensive drivers. That is, if I can think in my head, that's 26 points, okay? 26 points added on to their position, wherever they are. Like, if it's Truex, optimal, okay? Larson, gonna push him to be optimal, and there's a real chance that Larson scores more than that, okay? Hamlin, Byron, Chastain, like, if they can get that amount of money or that amount of fast laps and laps led, which means that they'll be running in the top 5, like, they're going to push to be optimal, okay? And as I said, there's a good chance that that's spread out between a lot of those guys on the top. Due to that, like, you should be building minimum with 2 of those guys, okay? I think you should do 3. I think if you throw more darts trying to land on a lap leader, you're going to have a far better chance, okay? So, like, if you're building with 2 guys, like, if you're like, okay, fine, I'm just going to play Byron and Larson. I guess I'm going to be in the 7K range. Like, why be in the 7K range? The 7K range is a dead range. There's nobody there. No lineup that's built with any, like, care towards getting laps led and, like, actually competing to be optimal is going to land in the 8K. Is going to land in the 7K range. That's just not for me. Like, I'm not playing Briscoe. Where's Briscoe at? Wow, he's been horseshit. Unbelievable. Okay, all right, let's look at Chris Buescher. I probably should do Buescher. Let's look at, if I can remember how to spell his name. Let's look at Chris Buescher. Okay, arguments can be made there. All right, but he's starting 11th. Okay, if he falls here, dead. Falls here, dead. Gets here, honestly, might not even still work. Okay, you have to, like, just, and this is why I like having, like, let's just look where these guys are at. Stenhouse is a guy who's had a lot of speed. Okay, starts 10th. Like, not going to work, not going to work, not going to work, okay? You need these guys to absolutely show up and kill. Austin Dillon, who has been slow as, like, uncharacteristically slow. But Like, good chance he gets stuck in traffic, can't pass. A lot of the stuff is due to him being stuck in traffic. That's why he's running here. Like, go watch those races. He's stuck in traffic, can't move anywhere. Ryan Preece, like, I'm going to play this guy starting where he started at, like, right where he should be. Not going to work, you know? And I like looking at things of not having yellows, just because I think you learn a lot more from that. But like Eric Almirola, most likely not going to make up a lot of speed or a lot of places just based on speed alone. At this point, we're in the 6K range. Like, there's no one in the 7K range worth playing. I would advise being in that. This is a 400 lap race, man. You know, between this, Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond. I mean, it has more laps than Phoenix. Like, this is a top 6 race of the year in terms of laps led and fast laps out there. Like, why handicap yourself and not try and nail as many of those guys as possible? Let's see where we're at. Yeah, Bubba Wallace is. Yeah, I think Bubba has a real chance of being up there as well. So we'll see how that goes. It's a long day. It's a long race for him to get sad and fucking throw that away. But Wallace is looking good. I like Wallace, his price tag. Like Keselowski and Wallace, these are tournament plays. If you're considering playing somebody in the 7K range and you don't want to have, you know, more guys in the 10K range, play one of these two drivers. Like, they have legitimate upside of getting laps led and stuff here. No, you're good, Milton. I was just curious of why people liked it so much. Harvick is another guy. Very easy to look at. Oops. Ooh, there you go. Harvick. Okay, so he starts second. He's had a top 10 car in every single race, which is what we like to see. Does this track position help him out? Excuse me. Well, right off the bat, it does. I find it unlikely that Harvick, unless they're just completely off base off the trailer, which I would find it very hard to do with the speed that they've had the last 3 races. I don't see him falling back like to 5th, 6th, and 7th, okay? He should probably run 4th and 3rd, probably until the first. Well, we're going to have a competition caution too. So he should be in the top 6 by the time the competition caution comes out, okay? Harvick, Keselowski, Bubba Wallace. I think those are where you get different. You know, that's the type of build that I would do today to get different. I'm not fucking with the 7K range. I'm not going to goof around with the 6K range. I'm going to play a lot and trust a lot of Zane Smith, Michael McDowell, and then mess around with, depending on how much money I have left over, chasing the expensive guys up top, or getting to people like Harvick, Keselowski, and Bubba Wallace. I'm also very interested in J.J. Yaley. If this race does become a battle of attrition, near min salary, able to get a lot of people in there. I actually really like J.J. Yaley a lot today. Not sure how much I'm gonna play today. Still haven't put my lines in and so on and so forth. But those are probably the 4 guys that I would highlight as people that I would want to use to get different with. Let's see. And so, and I'm just using this for an example. Like, why? Yes, Stuart Haas has been terrible at intermediate tracks, but like Harvick has been here. Like, what are people like missing here? I don't get it. Yeah. So Bob Pockris thinks Briscoe's gonna get a top 5, so that's good. He's clearly doing coke. MTV. Let's see. Yeah, dude, it's so I hate that's the one thing I hate about like 80s hair metal is all the ballads, man. I hate them. I saw Whitesnake, you know, which I've seen a lot of bands. That's just how it is. Like Whitesnake, majority of their catalog is horrible. Like that concert was brutal. That's another thing I don't like. Like clearly, if your best song is "In the Still of the Night," and like people love that song, and I can't think of the like other stuff Whitesnake does. Like clearly they have other faster songs. I just can't think of it right now. But like if you're keeping that as like your headlining song, like let's make more music like that. Like, come on, man. So I just stood around and like chilled until like, oh, okay, cool, man. Whitesnake's been playing for hour and 5 minutes. That means the real show is about to begin. We're about to listen to the good songs. Like, good lord, I hate slow songs. I hate slow. That's the worst thing that came out of hair metal, is just slow stuff. Very similar to like Striper. Uh, I just want to blank on oh, To Hell with the Devil. Good song. Other one's slow. Like that's another thing with like Twisted Sister. Their harder songs are fucking bangers, man. I love it. But a lot of that stuff is just well, not Twisted Sister. Twisted Sister has heavier music, but still, like, they have like maybe like 4 to 5 slowish songs on every one. Like, can we just have The Kids Are Back? Like, just make full albums of The Kids Are Back. That's why I like Motorhead. Motorhead was just generally fast. Like, that just fits my enjoyment. You know, they had very few slow songs, and then those were way better than other people's, like, the majority of their music, whatever. You know what I mean? Josh Berry hype. I'm not a Josh Berry hater. I think it's just nice to see somebody like actually come through the way you should come through, like showing talent and stuff. Maybe that's why people like him so much. Uh, I think he's gonna be decent, but I just don't get playing him here. Or I guess we're not playing him here, but you know what I mean. A certain large site has Bowman a top 3 value after Larson and Byron. Yeah, sure. Okay. Uh, Top 3 values are going to come from the lap leaders, man. Like, there's a real chance we see 2 people with like well over 100 points, and then probably several people with like 70 and 80 DraftKings points today. But I doubt Bowman's going to be there. I would not be shocked to see Bowman a lap down, just trap like running like 21st. What do you think of Suarez? I've seen a decrease in that. I just haven't liked it. This is too. If I'm playing Suarez, I want him to be up here. Okay, I want him to be, a top 6 driver. Like, this is fringe top 10, and we've seen a decrease. Now, yes, he blew a tire, got in the wall at Dover. So we keep that in mind. Kansas just couldn't get anything going. And Darlington was just slow. So like that's why I'm concerned. It's more so like couldn't do anything here. It was just slow in traffic. If you look at where he was at, he probably would have been somewhere around here if he didn't crash at Dover. Let's see. Yeah, like Jimmy Johnson destroys everything that he touches. I wish he would just go away. I'm not playing Austin Dillon. I don't have a core 4. I have a core, but I mean, this stuff's on your screen. What do you need? What do you need me to tell you like a core 4 for? Like, can you not just look at the screen? This isn't even like projections. Like, who has been the best drivers? Like, here, I'll at least do that so it's not like super egregious. But like, who is up here that has been like good drivers? Like, get as many of these people as you can in your lineups, and use the best value plays that you can find from here to fill out that line. That's how it is. I love Black Sabbath. Like, okay, another thing, Ozzy Osbourne. Love Ozzy, man. Love, like, Black Sabbath. Some of the stuff, I just can't get into it. We're throwing a lot of things out there. I am going blank on a ton of songs right now. But, like, I prefer Ozzy as a solo artist, versus him being with Black Sabbath. And I will go down saying that, like his new album, Patient Number 9, God damn it fucking sucks, man. It absolutely sucks. No Rest for the Wicked, by far his best album. By far his heaviest album. Like, can we not see like my lean towards like music and stuff? Like, yeah, Diary of a Madman is good. Osmosis is good. Like he doesn't produce bad songs, but like I just enjoy like heavier sounding stuff. Let's see. I had a buddy go down and see Sabbath's last concert in Mexico. He said he loved that. Let's see, Austin Dillon 72. I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you talking about him winning the race on fuel mileage? What are you talking about here? Like, look, I'm an Austin Dillon truther more than anybody else. Like, the fucker keeps putting up Hall of Fame careers uh, stats. He really does, man. Xfinity Series championship with no wins. Before, like, they really tried to stop doing that. Crown jewels left and right. But Austin Dillon has not had the speed, and he won that race on fuel mileage. And that was not on speed. He won that race on fuel mileage. Yeah, 600 miles, 4 state. I don't know what you're saying, low for. Yeah, traffic last year. Yeah. Like Larson is actually Larson has driven through the field 3 of the last 4 races. Drove through the field at Dover, then died. Drove through the field twice at Kansas, then that, and then I still drove through the field, and then they got absolutely orangutan by Chastain. Like, Hendrick does not have an issue with dirty air at all. So that's where that is. Burton, I don't remember. I know he's been all over the place. It sucks that he's starting up here. Like, that is brutal. That is so brutal. I don't know why I have that. I don't think I can get to Burton, man. This race is just too long to not have people make mistakes. And with this race being so long, it helps people like McDowell, Smith, I hate to say it, Gregson, A.J. Allmendinger. Like, it really helps these guys have a lot of outs. Whereas, like, man, we are on the river card on Harrison Burton, hoping for like a 2 at clubs, like some random bullshit thing that only works for him. It is a brutal one for Harrison Burton here. Yeah, Gillen's in a Rick Ware car, but his price is what's appealing. If you believe that he can score better than BJ and JJ and even Ty Dillon, then yeah, especially, I mean, really, if we get a lot of wrecks again and he finishes like 28th, he's not going to hurt you at all. Let's see. Yeah, Doug. Yeah, Core 4. Look at the colors, my guy. There's that. Okay, all right, here we go. JBL. What about Penske? What the fuck why? Okay, all right. Blaney's been up here. Never led laps. Ran very few fast laps at Dover. Let's get the exact number. 29 fast laps, which is significant. At least noteworthy. But it was also due to his running position, starting third, finishing third, basically ran third all day, couldn't do anything with that. Okay, Kansas, non-factor, getting nothing here. Darlington, non-factor, getting nothing. He's been the best Penske car. Logano has been slow. Like, this is unplayable. We can't waste spots like this with these guys. Like, if they go out and kill this field, there's no data to show that. There's no data to support that. And personally, for me, I've certainly got away from using track history just because we've gone through so many iterations of the cars. I personally prefer looking at just recent history more than anything else. And we're not seeing anything from Logano that's noteworthy, and I'm not even going to bother looking at Cindric. What else we got here? Yeah, I would imagine for him to be optimal, he needs to lead laps and get fast laps as well in relation to Kyle Busch. Yes. A.J. Allmendinger, Mr. Cocaine Man. The issue with this is his fucking price, and as I noted in the preview video, we've seen his price go steadily up. AJ, what did I look at? Because I have notes down over here when I was building projections earlier, or last night. Where's AJ at? So I'm giving AJ 20th, okay? Right now. And that is due to, when you look at practice laps from AJ Allmendinger specifically, and we can... I don't want to waste my time going through that or putting it up on the screen. When you look at practice laps for AJ Allmendinger and Justin Haley, they're nearly always slower than what the end of the run is, what their qualifying speed is, and where just they end up running. I lean towards that mean that they arrive, they know what they can do to change something, and they run much better in the race. My big worry with AJ is that he can't get into the top 20 today. Because this is with practice, this is with the race, this is, being able to make a change, able to make good adjustments. If you are off slightly at the start of this race, you're going to get stuck running outside the top 20 if you're AJ Allmendinger. That's why I gave AJ, 20th, 21st place finish today. And, man, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight because it's like a 4, what is that? It's like 29 points, 4-6. If he does anything more than that, it's certainly going to work out. But, I mean, these are like ceiling performance days from AJ. Okay, and you look back at how he's been scoring. Finishes 23rd at Dover, starts 30th, finishes 23rd, 26 points. Kansas makes positions on the late race restarts and stuff, finishes 42nd. 29th to 18th at Dover, which was a really, really good race, is 37 points. But I am personally very concerned about AJ. Otherwise, I probably have him projected for better. All right, let's look here. Oh yeah, like boys. I mean, Black Sabbath's original album, or they're like what is it? Not Self. That's Paranoid. I don't know, I'm just going blank on stuff. Anyway, like a lot of their like God Is Dead from Black Sabbath. Like Black Sabbath 13th, good album, heavier album. I love like real bass heavy, drum heavy. Like if you're gonna be slow, you gotta be heavy. You gotta be very heavy on the strings. And I like Black Sabbath 13. But like of course like War Pigs, Paranoid, things like that are awesome. Let's see. I hate how you can't jam in. I love that. It makes that's what makes DFS fun. It then goes to a like a math problem, which is why Truex, like if I had to put my money on one driver being optimal today, yes, Byron has a good chance, Larson has a good chance. I would put it on Truex. I see it Truex has to wreck. Truex is involved in a wreck. There's no way he is not optimal today. He's going to have the speed to get through the field. He can survive speed on pit lane. He can survive issues on pit road. He's mispriced. He's underpriced. And Truex has been a top 5 driver in every category. His crew has been top 5 everywhere. He has outs. He's starting 18th. Has a bad time in some stage. If it's early, he can work his way through the field. If it's late in the race and he goes to the tail end of the longest line, hey, guess what? He's still in the lead lap. He's going to be 18th. He might be dead last on the track, but he's in the 18th running position. Martin Truex Jr. is the safest play, and in my opinion, has the best likelihood to be optimal today. So when you're talking about Larson, Byron, Truex, Hamlin, Chastain, Truex is probably your main guy. I've seen Infant Annihilator. They were at one of the Rockstar Mayhem festivals. I've seen them, Job for a Cowboy, El Nino. I mean, all these bands. If I've seen them and I don't remember any songs in them, then they were just noise. Cannibal Corpse, just noise. I can't. I Come Blood, cool, quirky song, just it doesn't stick with me. Children of Bodom. I like Children of Bodom. I like Escape the Fate. But some bands just don't stick with me. So Infinite Annihilator, seen them. Can't. I've seen Goat Whore. Trying to think of other like super like threat. Like that's like screamo metal, and I just can't get into that stuff either. LaJoy, this is the concern about LaJoy. I don't know what the hell happened with Darlington. I am at a loss, and that really, really scares me. Stupid fast at Dover. Saw the speed in Dover. Easy to see. Kansas, 25th best car, but not killing you. But in a situation here to where you have Zane Smith and McDowell, who are better cars in general, I mean, that concerns me. The only guys in the 5K range that I would play today are LaJoy, Zane Smith, and McDowell. And you're most likely choosing two of those. LaJoy probably has the higher upside, and he certainly carries more risk. And I hate whenever people answer that way, but that's really what it is. It's just between those three guys. But LaJoy, like, I don't know, I don't get what happened at Darlington. He got in the wall in qualifying, but it wasn't significant, and he was running a fucking good time. LaJoy was going to qualify like 17th at Darlington. Then he got in the wall, and the car was just totaled. It was not literally, but like the start, he was just slow. He was so slow, like even if the car was destroyed, you put in similar stuff from what you've learned here, like why it makes no sense of why LaJoy was so slow at Darlington. Darlington and Kansas there show so many traits. Like there was no reason for LaJoy to be that slow at Darlington. Was that the anomaly, or is that a trend? Like the trend is downward, but like was this the anomaly, or whatever the case may be? Like LaJoy legitimately concerns me, but that's where I'm at. Thank you very much for the 100 of y'all being here and supporting me and just being here. As I said, if you want to support me, you can join the Patreon on June 1st. You can send a super chat here. You can send money through the PayPal link in the description below, whatever you want to do. Also, by the way, it's my birthday tomorrow. So yeah, just tons of reasons to give me your money. Let's see. What kind of question is that, dude? Yeah, like Kyle, dude, like that question. It's not even worth me like completely railing the guy for, but like, yeah, I don't know what kind of question that was. I didn't get it at all. Yeah, what's going on, Jake? Let's see. Man, you're really taking swings throwing Chastain in there, Jake. Because I'm new to NASCAR, still trying to understand and we get to be the better. I mean, like, that's another thing, Mark. I don't know, man. It's not even like I've really tried to not poise myself as like, you want to learn NASCAR DFS, because like all this stuff is like this type of stuff. All this is like data upon data thrown in here. Like we're playing. I'd like to look at it as like I am not looking at surface level stuff. I'm not looking at surface level like lineup construction, things like that. Like I'm actually like trying to do stuff, and the fact like people want to shit all over the videos and stuff. I haven't lost money in these races when I absolutely should have had my ass handed to me. I had Larson in Dover cashed. Didn't lose money. Kansas didn't lose money. Darlington with Chastain killing Larson didn't lose money. We haven't taken down contests because the fucking guys keep killing themselves. But the fact that I am having drivers kamikaze themselves into the wall and DNF and finish last, and I haven't lost money these weeks, it's been insane. I've had no right. I should have been absolutely destroyed. I don't know how people are building lineups. If I can keep cash with guys just killing themselves day in and day out, I have no clue what's going on. I have no clue how people are building lineups. Let's see. Yeah, McLeod projected for more than late. Yeah, because I have BJ projected for 17 points today. I gave BJ McLeod, what is that, 30th? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 30th with his with the extra point for finishing 30th. I have JJ Yeley projected for 31st. Okay, so I have uh, him not getting the 2 extra points, or the extra point that you get for being in the 30, and it's them both passing 5 cars being destroyed. Okay, so when you're at this point, who's a better? Oh, actually, I have BJ for 17. I have JJ Yeley for 15 points. Who's a better play in a situation where one of those guys is optimal? What do you do? Unless you, because most of the time if you're down there, you're not able to get to the money difference that these guys have. Actually, they're the same. Sorry. I would rather take the safe play here. Now, Yaley has been pretty horseshit as well. Like, the dude has been, I mean, he got dumped at Richmond by Hamlin. You know, like, this is where these guys are. And this is where BJ has been. He had Balicki in the car for Kansas, if I remember correctly. And the BJ is here. So, like, that's why I like Yaley more. I mean, we're splitting strings. I mean, they're basically running nose to tail. They are able to pass the same amount of cars that are wrecked out. I would prefer to get the safer play here. And that's where I'm at. But it's literally just because I have BJ projected to finish inside the top 30, and if you pay attention to actual DraftKings scoring, there is a difference between every 10 positions. Like, the 31st to 30th is 10 to 12 points. 21st to 20th is 21 to 24 points. 11th to 10th is 32 to 34 points. Like, people don't remember that either. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Why not you specifically, but I hear that all the time. Like, why did this guy score? Like, do you guys not pay attention to the difference of the points in each top 10, top 20, top 30? Either way, let's see. I'll come back to the Mark Davis. Thank you very much, BVP, for live shows. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You changed your picture. You're no longer run pure sports. You keep it up with all that garbage over there. Keep it up with all that drama. But yeah, thank you very much, VVP, for the consistent support. You've donated probably like $250, $300, if not more, just this year alone through these live shows. Thank you so much. If the race gets moved to tomorrow, I mean, at this point, you were just making some wild comments at this point. Like, why would I do another Cup Series? Come on, dude, what are we doing? Thank you, Mark. I do appreciate it. That's like asking if the sky is blue. I love you guys, man. I love this chat. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so for me, Mark, I would go with Yaley. Thank you very much. PMJR66, thank you very much for the super chat, for the support for the channel. Just thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I still can't believe BBF coming out. Like, that's wild. Each week just dropping 50s, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I always think I'm never gonna get it again. I want to just enjoy it. Thank you so much. Let's see. No, I'm playing Ross. I'm going to have lineups. Byron, I mean, I'm probably going to have... So, my pool at the moment in the optimizer here is, up top, is Byron, Larson, Truex, Chastain. I am very tempted because I don't know if I want to do a lot, because there's a lot of unknowns in this race. No practice, when rain's going to come into effect, things like that. It is scary. It is very, very scary. But Hamlin, for me, is my odd man out right now. And that is scary. Now, I am not doing my normal 20 lines and stuff. If I was, I would normally do that, but I'm going to DreamHack. I'm going to Dallas for DreamHack this week, and I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather just use that money to just buy food and shit over there, Ubers and stuff like that. I don't really want to drop like $500 on this Cup Series race. That's going to be questionable as it is. So I'm just probably not going to get to Denny Hamlin. I don't think I'm probably going to do more than like 5 lines or something. But I think Hamlin's my odd man out right now. Okay, so let's help you out, Fantasy Live, NASCAR Fantasy Live, despite the fact that you don't make any fantasy content. I would not play Kyle Busch. That's what I would do. Yeah, Alex, thank you so much for committing to June 1st. I do appreciate that. What do we do about old 7-time? Yeah, nah, dude, I'm not playing 7-time. People played him at COTA. That was the funniest shit ever. Hit me and wrecked on the first lap. I hope he does the same thing. I hope nothing would make me happier than to see Johnson finish this race 8 laps down on speed alone. That'd be awesome. Like Jones, why are we playing Jones, Brian? What are we looking at, driver? Like I have it here. What shows you to play Jones? What is showing you to play Eric Jones? There's nothing on the screen that tells you to play Jones. I don't get how people get to these certain plays. And this is why, like, sometimes I just don't have drivers. I just don't project them well. Like, Eric Jones, I have him projected for 26 points. That's 21st. Why on God's green earth would Eric Jones, unless Legacy, which I doubt they have made wildly great changes as of late? What is showing us to play Jones? Like, why? Why? I just don't understand it, man. Like, Dover. Are we looking at Dover here? That was a fail. Starts 11th. Finishes 16th. 4 laps led. 24 points. Even when you have track position, when you have a good pit stall, you still lose positions here on green flag speed. Like, there's nothing indicating playing Jones. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. I just don't get it. Too much drama. Yeah, man. That was insane. I usually stay quiet on that, but the fact that Big T is just blocking everybody on Twitter, like, clearly, like, first off, where there's smoke, there's fire. But if you have somebody who's censoring, like, stuff, or people question him, like, the dude clearly fucked over Hoop. It's clear as day. As somebody who was just there this year of being betrayed by somebody that you, like, gave a ton of trust to out of nowhere, I feel for Hoop. That's so shitty. That was a much bigger, on a way bigger scale than what happened to me in April. But yeah, dude. Which also, we could talk shit about Run Pure Sports. If you guys ever watch their fucking live shows, horrible dog shit, just terrible DFS content. But you know, you gotta make way for what's her name? I don't remember her name. What is it? What is it? If you guys ever want to just laugh at shit, yeah, Bet on Madison. Oh my god, that is grade A Twitter content. The fucking comments, I die every time I look at those fucking comments, man. It's insane. Let's see. Big. There's so long story short. I mean, I'm not gonna sum it up all, but just go to my Twitter. There's a few tweets back. It's an interview with Hoop on Lowell's. Pretty much gives you a good rundown of everything that went down. Which Run Pure has always just seemed pretty scummy, and I personally don't like him in general. I think anybody who runs there's not a lot of times where I'm like, that's a weird site, that's a weird take. But if you're like, Run Pure is the best place, blah blah blah, like, I gotta question you, man. I really do. Sim for Madison, that's so funny. Yeah, dude, they gotta pay her somehow, man. That's unbelievable. Which it's so funny that they're laying into that. So it's fucking wild, man. I hate Run Pure. I would never work there. I would never want to be associated with anybody there. That's why I was really disappointed when Jason went there. But whatever. Let's see. Oh, Doug. Didn't even say thank you, Doug. I'm so sorry. Went on a Run Pure tangent there. So Reddick. If I was doing more lines, I'd probably get to him. Let's see where I got Reddick at. So I gave Reddick right around like at 10th place. Anywhere from 8th to 12th would probably be a projected finishing order for him with some fast laps and stuff. It's just that like he needs nearly like 45 points to pay it off. Which is I got him right there. I got Reddick projected for 45.05 points today. You just can't be a priority there. For me, when I need to focus on jamming in guys who are going to be scoring 100, 90, 80 points. Like, this isn't anything crazy. I got Byron, Larson, Chastain, and Truex all projected for over 80 points today. You know, that's not giving anything away. That's just based on all this stuff. That's what they should be at. So I don't really want to just put... I don't really want to use... like a Reddick play when I can miss out on that. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm glad that. Yeah, I'm assuming that he's friends with Randone and stuff like that. That certainly was a questionable move taking him to ship it, but we'll see how it works. I want to say another thing. There's plagiarism everywhere in DFS. Anytime I hear somebody be like, they stole my picks, they stole my work, everybody does it. Just saying. That's why I don't watch anything, you know. And then there's always a lot of he said, she said. But there's been situations where people will come to me and be like, this guy stole my work. I wrote in an article that Chase Elliott has had 5 top 10 finishes lately, and at this track he's finished in the top 8 3 times. And then that was written in another article. Well, I'm like, okay, well, we're all looking at the same data. I don't know if that's necessarily plagiarism. We're kind of just working with the same stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm very much like, I never went to college. I don't have a collegiate experience, things like that. Plagiarism, I really don't give a fuck about. I really don't care. It doesn't affect me at all. People steal stuff all the time. I frankly don't care. I really don't care about plagiarism. Especially in this day and age, like plagiarism. How do you not do anything without saying stuff that's already been said before, without writing stuff that's already been written before? Music, like, have you guys ever just seen like Deadmau5 goofing around on, making music, and then he accidentally kind of stumbles upon Darude Sandstorm? Like, there's billions of people on this planet. You're bound to wind up in the same areas here and there. Plagiarism for me is that's a very little care to me. Like, if somebody's like, this guy plagiarized, I'm like, I really don't give a shit, dude. So the plagiarism aspect I don't really frankly care about, just because that's rampant here in this industry. But anyway, that's it. So yeah, this is about where we're at, guys. Been live for an hour. Didn't even realize I've been live for an hour. Is Indy 500 even going to start soon? I got to pay attention. But yeah, I guess I can go live again tomorrow. We can talk Xfinity tomorrow. I don't know at what point we'll go live at. That's got to be like an early show, but most people are going to be off anyway. Thank you guys very much for being with me, always supporting me, always watching my videos, always commenting. Thank you very much yet again for the support, BVP, PMJ, Doug, If you guys ever need anything, and not just you guys, like not just those 3 individuals, just anybody listening here, I have my DMs open on Twitter. I nearly always respond to people if you have questions. If you tweet at me, if you send me emails, if you message me on Patreon, I'm always answering you guys. So yeah, just thank you guys very much for always being here. Live stream the race, can't do it. Or like live reacting, no. However, just go on. They may have changed it now. I don't remember. You can find live streams of the Indy 500 very easily. I know you can. Just Google it. Google it. It's there on Google. That's another thing. I don't understand why people are like, well, you can't say like, this is hypothetically this is what you would do if you wanted to get a stream. Like what? It's promoted on Google. Like Google clearly doesn't give a shit. Like you can just type in Indy 500 stream, and on the first page alone there's like 7 links. Yeah, thank you very much, Brian, for the birthday wishes for the stream. Hopefully you guys profit today. Hopefully this race goes, and I will see you guys in June. As I said, I'll be out of town next weekend. I'll still be doing content, certainly preview stuff, and I'll be getting projections out and things like that. 9-minute live watch Xfinity. Not really. I don't like. Is there anything going to be fun tomorrow? I don't know, it might just be boring. I might, if people want to keep it live, might stick around, just chill and watch stuff. But past that, I'm going to skedaddle. So I will see you guys later, and yeah, enjoy your Memorial Day. See you guys later. Oh, my Twitter handle and everything is in the description of this. Is always in the description of these videos. That's why it says support me below. See you guys later.